wanna shake a thing. The way she move her body make me go insane. A tight up skirt, hugging on the frame, and an ass like, you know what I'm saying.
So chillin', I step up in the spot like Tanqueray and juice with tequila shots mixed with good kush. You see, I don't stop, stimulating minds and making panties drop. But I'm on a mission of flipping the middle finger.
My name's Lyrical Militant. Hip-hop artist from Winnipeg. I just released an album called Prelude to Revolution. It's a heavy title, yeah, but it's where things are at right now. I mean, I look out into the world and like just kind of read the news or watch the news or just see how things are at home and in the community and in society and everything. A lot of different things just seem like they're at the tipping point, you know? And that's what it is. The tipping point is the prelude to the revolution. But I just think knowledge is power. You know, that's why my name is Lyrical Militant, because I want to fight for what I believe in, but I really believe that like words are a lot more powerful, or ideas, not words, ideas are a lot more powerful than any other kind of weapon that you can find. It's not a forced change too, because if you make somebody think differently about something, then it's something that kind of just happens naturally in their own mind, that sort of transition and shift. You know, I hope I can do that in some of my music. You can't force somebody to believe a certain thing or think a certain way, but if you just kind of search out for the truth, there's no denying it in most cases. My family came to Canada from Pakistan, and you know, we had to go to where the work was. I mean, I grew up in Thompson really modestly, but he worked hard and he was able to, you know, grow and help his family, and it was all because of the sacrifices that he made. Not staying in Toronto, but going to Thompson and doing what he had to do for his family, you know, so. But I loved growing up in Thompson. I mean, it was fun. I had a lot of fun growing up in Thompson. It was good. I look back on it now. Back then, I hated it. House right there, the one with the limo in it. House, but like I look back on it now, and I'm like, yeah, that's home. Yo, now if you asking me, humanity's tragedy is blasphemy. Looking bastardly, not coming from heavenly mastery, but passively passing through life. Not giving a motherfuck, we heading into catastrophe. And yo, I can spit flows about stacking dough and fucking hoes. You see, I used to slang mad dope, but sooner or later you grow and come to know you're just a slave in this game that you're trying to expose. And it be keeping all of my people down, surrounded by demons, scheming all on the mind of your child. They running around wild, so fuck the swagger rap that keeps your head in the ground. While we rock parties, you drop bodies with American-made missiles. And yo, fuck the bombing, every human's atomically common. What's the point of rhyming if you ain't philosophizing? The jaw is rising, and I'll be a righteous victim. I'm straight addicted to the temptations of a tragic fucking system. A lot of people are a lot more into politics and the world and what's going on, and being conscious of things that are happening, you know, outside of their own little bubbles. And I think that's what happened to me too. It's kind of like 9/11 almost did that for me, because that was such a huge thing and had such a lasting impact and everything. It's just, it made me more aware of things and made me want to learn a lot more about everything that was going on in the world. And I guess the biggest thing that I'm involved in right now is, or not right now, but I have been in the past few years, I guess, was the whole Israeli-Palestine issue. And you know, that was really important to me because I just think it's a tragedy. And the only thing that's for certain is, you know, things will change. I grew up listening to hip-hop. Hip-hop is a huge influence in my life. It's the first style of music that I can remember actually thinking like, holy shit, when I heard it, and just being like, I love this stuff. It's just so raw, it's so real, it's so gritty. Being in Thompson and shit like that, we didn't have a lot of obviously organic hip-hop information or music or culture or anything like that, but it was influencing the youth a lot in Thompson. But I mean, Tupac was probably my biggest influence because his poetry was just on another level. It was like some real street poetry, and you could just hear the emotion in his voice and in his message, and he was totally real about it. He was fucking with the mainstream things. He wasn't like, you know, some righteous dude or anything like that, but at the same time he was conscious of what was going on around him in the world, and you know, he was speaking on it, and I think that's what influenced me the most. Yeah, there's something that kind of altered my thinking and just the way I go about my life and the way I live my life now, and that was like my mother passing away. This entire fucking project tonight, the whole album, everything is dedicated to her memory, and you know, all the shit that we donate into the Canadian Cancer Society is gonna be in her name.
Always be just so damn good to me, even when
She passed away from cancer 4 years ago, and that's actually why I released the album on January 20th, because that's the day that she passed away. And before then, I was still into like politics and like, you know, how the world worked and stuff. I was really focused on doing bad things, you know, trying to just have fun, be cool, make money, and those kind of things. And I did a lot of bad stuff even when I moved to Winnipeg. And you know, I was focused on my own desires and greed and things like that. Me and my mom's was close. We was really close, and she was actually the first person to ever kind of support me in wanting to do music and wanting to pursue music. So, you know, she was really important to me. And when she died, it was like I had no idea it was coming, even though she had been sick for a lot of her life. I had no idea it was coming. And when it happened, it kind of made me think. It was like I'm running around in the streets and doing stupid shit. And my mother was never able to see me grow beyond that. You know, when she died, I figured life is too short to keep on focusing on the wrong things. So, you know, you really need to do something positive and make a positive change and try to help, rather than to, you know, tear down or destroy. Regret not being able to show her something like this, something like my first commercial album release back in the day. But that's life. Can edit it all out, you said. Yeah, but sorry, I fucking totally lost my train of thought now.